Hello everyone, hello and welcome to the first episode of a brand new Let's Play series known as Let's Try Pinball, the Kickback series. I am of course Immortal Mark. Now, I'm going to give a brief overview. It's not going to be a long video at all, this one. It's a brief overview of what this series is all about. So, I love pinball. I've been in and out with it, all through my life, but I've really got into it these past few months and I absolutely love it. Now, I have the Pinball Arcade, which is this on both PlayStation 4, which I've got about 40 tables for, over 2 discs. But on my PC, I have the whole collection of the Pinball Arcade. What I've also got is a virtual pinball machine that I've got working and downloaded on my PC. And with that, about 400 plus tables, because I keep adding more to them. It's basically emulated, and it's the only way you can really play tables without owning them. The physical big machine, And I've also got various different console games of various pinball games, such as Austin Powers Pinball, Kirby's Pinball Dreams, etc, etc. Now, the objective of this is not only to show off the different pinball machines that I can play, but to try and obtain the biggest score, and to also talk about each individual pinball machine. Take this for instance. So, this is the pinball machine taxi. Now, I will do a proper video of this at some point. Now, it's a bit of an odd one. So, pinball, the objective of it is to rack up the biggest score across the 3 balls that you get. Now, this can be done by hitting various drop targets, which again I'll show off, various bumpers, clearing specific objectives, and also accumulating different bonuses to add to your score. What will also help your score is to not get the ball drained, basically to have it go down into the pit at the bottom. That will fucking help, I can guarantee that for you. Now, you might hear me say some key phrases that I'd rather explain now rather than, I don't mind answering it, it's no problem. Some speak for themselves, some do not. So, I'm going to show a little bit about the table, because if I can, I want to show off a couple of things. For instance, this is the flyer for taxi. Now, flyers were sent out to various arcades and even in games magazines or even just like newspapers, that kind of thing, to showcase a brand new pinball machine that's, coming past. Now, this in itself relates to the taxi pinball machine. This is a bit of a weird one. I've done a little bit of research into it, but it is a bit of a weird one. So, in the taxi pinball, you are the cabbie. That's exactly what you are. And your objective is to pick up the 5 passengers to receive the jackpot, as shown there. But your passengers are a little bit strange. So you have the passenger of Pinball, which, by the way, is another pinball machine, a character from a pinball machine, and you've also got Bride of Pinball that relates to Pinball. But in this instance, you've got Pinball, which is in the middle. You've also got Lola, lady there. You've also got Mikhail Gorbachev, or Gorbachev even, who he's basically from Russia. He is a real person. You've also got Santa Claus, and you also have Dracula. Now, these flyers were designed to say what the dimensions were, the weight of it, etc. Just so arcades can go, oh, we can fit that in. Let's have that in the arcade. It's also to show the exciting features, the layout of the table itself. Because if it looks crap and they think it won't earn them much money, obviously they're not going to put it in their own arcade, are they? So these were designed and mainly showcased within the 80s, 90s and early 2000s. Basically, what it was all about and what they could potentially be getting. Now, there's another reason why I like pinball. See, arcade games as a whole, some are designed as coin munchers. They are designed to take your money. Now, don't get me wrong, I can understand that. I really do. But pinball, you get what you get. You put a credit in, and you get so many amount of balls. I think it's like 3 balls normally, about 95% of the time. Now then, even if I was to put in more coins, that won't get me access to more balls. That will not happen. You can actually earn extra balls in game depending if you're good enough. But if I was to, let's say, add another ball, another coin in, it won't be like, oh, add another pound in, you might be able to achieve a better score. No. Oh no. I think some machines did offer that, but it's so rare. It's a case of you get what you get. Now, so this is obviously Taxi. It's quite a famous pinball machine. Now, there are the titans of pinball. So the main ones, you have Bally Pinball, you've got Stern Pinball, Williams, which is this one here, and Gottlieb, which is a German company, I believe, judging by the name. So I'll show off the flyer. You've got the table history, so Taxi 1988. This is another classic game designed by Mark Ritchie and Python Angelino, or Angelo even. Players are given the role of being a taxi driver who must pick up a crazy cast of characters, including, here we go, former USSR, so that's like the Soviet Union, leader Mikhail Gorbachev, or Gorby as he's known. So you got Santa Claus, Dracula, Lola, and Pinbot. In addition to its fun theme and clearly presented objectives, the game features non-stop action, a taxi meter, fast figure 8 ramps, and exciting spin-out skill shots. So, I'm going to give you some tips now. Like I said, it's just a brief video, but I'm going to give you some tips. Number 1, when you find a real pinball machine, make sure you read the bottom left card. The bottom left card will tell you everything you need to know in terms of what to aim for, what drop targets to hit, what you'll get for hitting those drop targets, how to get a multi-ball. And we'll actually go through some bits and pieces now. So, a drop target. Let's start the game. So, bottom left, just here, that is the plunger. And you do that to, fire the ball. You got the ramp, I call it the plunger ramp on the far right. And you've got the spin out section up top. That doesn't always happen in the case. Some tables have unique features, and this is one of them. At the bottom, you've got the flippers. You've got left, and you've got right. Kind of simple. Now, on each side, where 2 red dots are, just above the yellow and white taxis, is known as where you've got the gutter there, which the ball goes down into. But, depending on what kind of bonus you get, it's also for a kickback. Top left indicates what ball you're on and what score you've got. It also tells you objectives, like what objectives you have. Now, best thing to do is hit. You got the drop targets there. You got I call them the jet bumpers or the turbo bumpers, which are the 3 nodule things there. You got the ramps left and right, or you can have orbits either side of them, depending what they have on there. So, let's release the ball, and there we go. We're into the spin out section. What are we going to earn? Oh, 75,000. Perfect. So, I'm going to give you another tip now to control the ball. It's kind of for skilled players, but anyone can really do it. It's an extra ball at 2,200,000. So I'm going to basically give you a tip. Do this with the ball, so when you release it, you can choose where to fire it. Now, I didn't get to that in time, but I am explaining stuff. Now, kickback is what I mentioned earlier about where the taxes are at. Now, that goes into the gutter. If a kickback is active due to a bonus being activated, it will kick the ball back into play. Those are a godsend. I'm going to tell you now, a bloody godsend. Multi-ball kind of speaks for itself. Multiple balls on the playing field. Now, sometimes 2 or 3 are somewhat manageable. But if you're anything like one of my favourite pinball machines, which is the Mary Shelley's Frankenstein one, well, it is at the moment. I've got a lot more to play through. It's insane. It is absolutely insane. It's crazy even. You can get up to 6 balls at any given point, and it's really hard to control, but you can rack up a nice score. So the objective of pinball is to get the biggest score possible over the 3 balls that you have. And obviously at that, and that depends on objectives met, various bonuses gotten. You can earn extra balls depending on what kind of bonus or score you do get. So it is quite good. The earliest pinball machines were done in the 1930s, so it has advanced a lot since then. The interface, which is on top left, which indicates various stats of the pinball table, has advanced over many years. I mean, this is more digital based, but a lot more of them are computerized. Like, a lot more of them are very much computerized these days. Including like certain graphics and like video clips that will pop out. Oh crap! Now there is one thing you can do with the pinball table, but you have to be very careful because it can end the game before you even know it, and that is the nudge. If you try and nudge the table, which is allowed, but if you do it too much, there's an indicator inside, and it will basically just drop the ball into the gutter. It will warn you a couple of times, and it will go from there. So that's the orbit. We just hit it up. Ooh. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to exit the game itself, just come out of there. Now I'm going to show you the instructions. So, introduction. So, the table is extremely popular. It features non-stop action, an exciting spin-out ball shooter skill shot. So basically, it will go up and down, and by the time the ball goes through, that will indicate how much score of that you'll get. You've got the figure 8 ramp, so yeah, ramp either side, and that will kind of crisscross down into a figure of 8. You've got the fast-paced multi-ball play, and fantastic graphics and effects. Yeah, that's through the table itself, the layout. The primary goal for this table is to pick up all 5 passengers and score the jackpot. Get ready for the taxi everyone's going to be lining up for. So, I'll show you how to pick up passengers. So there are 5 passengers that must be picked up. To light the jackpot, the passengers are Pinball, Lola, Drac, Gorbachev, but Gorby, and Santa. When each passenger is picked up, a 20,000 point tip is added to the end of ball bonus. When the game starts, only Pinbot and Gorby are lit for pickup. To pick up Pinbot, complete this bank of drop targets. So a bank means like a row of them, a section of them. And drop targets means if you hit it, it will drop down, and to complete that as well. Each drop target scores 5,000 points. Completing the bank of drop targets scores 15,000 points. The drop targets are on a timer, so once you hit one target, you have 15 seconds to complete the bank. All the targets reset otherwise. Pick up Gorby, shoot the ball through this lane, so the ball lands in the eject hole. This scores 5,000 points. Picking up Gorby also lights advance meter 5k in the right in lane. So these are in lanes where the yellow bits are. You've got the out lane, which is the bit that drops down into the gutter. In lane is the yellow section. Now, I'm not going to go through all of this. The objective is not to go through the whole thing of this table. But on each table, this is how it will play out. Where I can, I'll explain what the table is, when it was released, the features of it, where possible, maybe some tips on what to do with this table, and obviously go through how to get the jackpot, multi-ball. I'll kind of skim over it. I'm not going to sit here and read it all to you because that's just boring. And finally, see what the best score we can get. So let's have a little look. High scores. Right, so the maximum one is 4 million, sorry. Oh, by the way, pinball tables will vary. Sometimes you will get a pinball table that does it by the thousands. Some pinball tables are really easy to rack up millions. each table is different to each other. So just because you do great on one table, you might do bad on another, and vice versa, okay? And the last tip I'll give you is practice, 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 practice. It is essential. Now, let's see how far we can get. We'll have a couple of credits and we'll call it a video. Here we go. It's into the spin out section. Ooh, 75,000. Nice. Ooh, off the jet bumpers. Oh, cool. Ooh. Oh, come on. Oh, we picked up Pinbot. Very good. So we haven't lost a ball, it's just gone back into a reset, that's fine. 50,000 spin out bonus, nice, okay. Now, I think I mentioned this earlier, but I'll mention it again. Most arcade games are coin munchers. But this, you get what you're given. However, certain bonuses, you can add an extra ball. Now, it's not a case of you can only earn one extra ball per pinball game. You have to keep accumulating that bonus in that specific manner to obtain it. Like for instance, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, I've accumulated at least 2 or 3 extra balls in a game, and that is beyond helpful. Sometimes it is wasted, I just kind of, I don't mean to, I just waste it. Now, here's a tip, hold it there, and then look. Ooh. Ooh, very nice. It's the best way to kind of deal with it. So we got not a bad score for a first time, I mean. Okay. Let's see if I can get it up the right lane. Airport ride. Ah, damn! We activated multi-ball as well. Shit. Oh, extra ball at 2,200,000. Damn, we're on the last ball, but it's not looking good. It is not looking good. Let's see how spin out bonus is. 75,000. Okay, not too bad, not too shabby. Okay. Ooh, off the jet bumpers. By the way, just for reference, the actual pinball machines I've played are as follows. I've played the AC/DC one, I think it's by Stern, I think it is. I played that, in real life I mean. I have played Star Trek The Next Generation pinball. I've also played the Star Trek Into Darkness one with the Vengeance ship inside. I've also played The Walking Dead. Pinball. I played one other one, but I can't actually remember. I'll have to look up later. But those are the physical pinball machines that I've actually played. Now, oh bollocks! Most pinball machines will have some form of like, when they got the artwork, they got the different bits and pieces. Some have like various figurines and like statues inside, and some of them even played. Some are just for decoration. Some are actually part of the machine itself. In the next episode on this, which will be the Frankenstein one, you'll see exactly what I mean. Now, let's have another credit and we'll call it a video. And then once we've done this credit, I'll recap how the video is going to lay out, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Oh, very nice. Oops, that was a wasted ball. Oh yeah, by the way, if the ball goes into the gutter too quick after getting into a credit, most machines, well later ones, will automatically shoot the ball back into play. So it is quite a fair piece of kit, I'd say. And they've advanced so much in the years. Oh god, we'll have to do another credit after this because I'm kind of wasting everything. Okay. Oh god, this is awful. I mean, we got 1 million, like, something earlier. By the way, some have now become that advanced in terms of interactivity that the flippers actually decide different options and various things to do. For instance, with the next generation one, depending when you actually hit the plunger and shoot the ball up, it can determine whether if you're gonna go for like one of Q's missions or launch a probe or various different mission styles to achieve certain bonuses. The Doctor Who one, you can select various different doctors, and each doctor has a different ability to gain that particular bonus quicker or in a better manner. So it is strategy, and it is it's quite advanced, I must admit. You know what? I'm going to let this fall, because that was pretty shit because I was talking. Let's do one more credit, and we'll get it what we can. So yeah, using that digital style, because this is done in '88, so this was 5 years before I was born. Yeah, and it's quite advanced. Right, let's give it another go.
Ooh, tasty.
Here we go. Ooh, 75,000, not bad. Ooh, get bumpers, yes, rack up that score. Oh god, remember that tip? Keep hold of the ball, launch. See, down the ramp. Oh, shot back out, lovely jubbly. Oh, nah. We fucked it on that bit though, I must admit. Right, ball number 2. About 50,000, I reckon. No, ooh, we've got another 75, yes. Ooh, drop target's gone down.
Hey, on that taxi. Hey.
Gorby tip, ooh. I think we picked up Gorby, nice. Yeah, we have. We picked up Gorby. And we got Drac as well. Oh, down the ramp. Fire. Oh god. Sometimes it can get quite difficult. Oh, pick up. Santa. We got Santa. Oh my god. Oh, damn. 4 passengers out of 5, I think. Oh god. We get to light the jackpot. Right, ball number 3. $75. We've never got 100,000. Must be really hard to get the See, that's bollocks. Does it kick back? See, this is an older one. Normally, in that instance, it would kick the ball back into play. But it hasn't done that. That's a real shame, that is. That's a real shame. We got a game over on that. Anyway, just to recap. So I've got the Pinball Arcade, both PS4 and PC. This is on the PS4 just for now. I mean, the one on PC, I think it's just over 100 tables on there. All beautifully done and very well made. I've also got a virtual pinball machine with I've got over 400 pinball tables at this point of time, and I can add a shit ton more because I've got a few websites I use to get them. I've also got Pinball FX 3, which is a very unique form of pinball in the sense of it's a lot more interactive and more video gamey. It's not something you would ever get on a real pinball table, let's put it that way. And obviously I've got various pinball video games, you know, like Kiss Pinball on the PS1, Kirby's Pinball Dreams Game Boy. And the video layout will be that each table I select, I will give the information about it, from the extras. I will show table history. I'll show the flyer. We might even throw a couple of custom balls in there. There is a lot more in the PC version. I've got the collection of it. I'll show the high scores, and I'll try my best to list some of the instructions. But I might limit myself to what's on the cards that you get at the bottom left, because that's what everyone else would get. No one else would ever get a guide on how to do this listed all over the table. It's what you get on that card. So I might just do that. If need be, I'll drop into the instructions, see what I can get, maybe do the introduction of it, but apart from that, stick with the card, and the main objective is to get the highest score possible. But anyways, that's enough for me. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you in the next episode, which is Mary Shelley's Frankenstein Pinball.